it. Kevin was like panicking that whole time. He's like, "Oh no, we haven't tweeted this out. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?"
I don't even know what to say.
Okay, what can Kevin say in a tweet? We're tweeting out that we're live. How about this? We're live.
B
It's time for Pokésports, episode 83.
Live.
We're back.
It's time
talking
for
Pokemon
Pokésports
and not Pokemon.
episode
Also,
83. We're back.
Yeah.
Hold on. I had a typo. We're back and talking.
Did you put the apostrophe between
Pokemon
the E and the first E and the R?
Not Pokemon. That was the typo.
That was
I
the
had.
typo.
I accidentally had a semicolon instead of
Oh no.
an apostrophe.
I would have had to end the podcast.
That's okay.
Oh.
Now we need a GIF.
I thought that there was going to be more to that.
I need a GIF. Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, I can't wait to see what it is. I'm so curious. Would it be a happy burger? Would it be? It's a Manigengar. Manager. Manager.
Oh no.
Why does he have a manager tag?
He's Manager Gengar.
GG Draws. Wait, hold on. I need to tweet at GG Draws. At GG Draws. Thanks for this. Giphy didn't disappoint. Cool. Error
Hey guys.
404.
How's your week been? Your week without Pokésports. You miss us? So, Mike, is it actually...
I'm here waiting for an answer. What is this? I've forgotten how to podcast. What?
You're waiting for an answer? Okay, I got you. No!
Oh.
Are you actually, brighter? Or did you play with settings?
So...
is there more light in your room?
There's actually less, believe it or not, there's less light in my room than ever before. Cool, look at you. The thing...
I gotta compete.
Yeah, really. The thing about... DSLR cameras is that the lens has it lets in a certain amount of light depending on what your camera settings are. So
that's called exposure.
Yeah. So my ISO, it was cranked way too high or too low. I can't remember which one it is. But anyway, it was requiring a lot of light to actually let the picture through, which meant that it made the picture less grainy and it would just look better. But they were bad settings in that I didn't need the ISO cranked that much in whatever direction it was, because I could just achieve the exact same look with much less light and less or more ISO. So that is literally all that I've done. But it's such a game changer. Like, I've added more light bulbs because I just realized that I could have light bulbs in my room. And people, if you haven't learned this yet, learn this from me right now. Having a well-lit room, it makes such a difference in your mood, in how productive you are, in your relationships. You will love more intimately if you have better lighting.
That explains so much.
Oh no. Kevin's just a very sad boy.
Around me are familiar faces.
You think it's going to be okay, and it's not. It's never okay. I forget what the actual... it's like some interview with some lady who's just like... It's played over all of these
it's
sad...
not fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they always
Everyone
say it's
knows
going to
what
be
it
fine.
is,
It's
yeah.
not fine. Yeah. Anyway, good to see you, everybody. Giancarlo and Scairn and Lupus, of course. Lupus, man, I've missed seeing Lupus Rex and all of those eyes after the X. Lupus Rex, what, the 13th? Good to see you. Travis Norton and Evan McDaniel. Good to see. Yeah, Kevin, light up your life, man. Just light up your life.
Can make it a little brighter. There you go. I have a background.
Too much. Get it
Too
out.
much light.
Get it out.
Yeah, you don't want to see any of that.
Get out. Ugh. I miss the darkness.
Me and Mike have come to represent something on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We should totally I just wear... Do you ever wear white shirts? Like bright shirts? Or are all your shirts darker color?
I don't want to tell you the truth because the truth is no.
They're all darkish, right? Oh, you do?
I own them. I just
Okay.
don't wear them.
Okay. Because we can totally do like white background, black shirt, black background, white shirt kind of deal,
Oh, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
But hey,
Where are you gonna put those posters? You got new posters, and I don't see them on your walls.
I would let
Did I
it go, but
expose you?
oh God. Okay. Well,
Oh, podcast is over.
podcast is done. That is broken.
Oh no, did you break a poster?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's 1 of 4. Huh.
Every episode, Mike will break another poster. Just make sure you leave a like and subscribe.
That is not okay.
You got that from Amazon.
Listen, yeah, exactly. One, I got it from Amazon too.
You can glue that.
Yeah, it's like a plastic background. It's not glass. If the glass had broken, ooh, that would have been not great. But
I mean, it's okay. The poster was nice while it lasted.
Poster's fine too. The poster is fine.
Oh no,
it's
you
just
made
the frame.
people cringe.
Scared
No.
Winston.
I literally see the back cardboard piece on the floor now. Well,
Yeah,
that's a live podcast for you right there.
that's what happens on live.
I wish that was
podcasts.
actually live for the podcasters. That would have been an experience. To just hear a car crash before they're in a car crash.
It's okay. That's the cold open. This is the very first cold open of Pokésports. It's going right into the episode now.
Oh, perfect.
All right. This is why we can't have nice things, says Lupus. Thank you. All right.
You gotta be like me and then just not even bother hanging them up. Just have them in a corner.
Yeah, but then
Find things to not use them.
But then people wouldn't see them, and then your podcast co-host would be like, "Hey, so when are you going to put up those things?" And you're going to be like, "I can do it."
This is actually all my fault. Yeah, this is completely my fault. We're making fun of Mike, but this is the whole reason he did it was because of me.
It's okay. You know what? I was legit about to hold up like the other frame that I had. I would have been to like, I have another one. I probably would have dropped that too. So
Gotta break 2 frames with 1 podcast.
2 frames. Yep, exactly. All right. Well, speaking of frames, let's start recording some frames and do a podcast or something.
Yes.
Kevin, you're recording audio. I'm recording audio. We're good to go.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This is podcast episode 83, Pokésports Podcast, that is. Here we go. Hello and welcome to Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast. I'm Mike and I play with, I don't know, Pokemon on the field.
I'm Kevin and Mike broke a poster.
Yeah. People who are here live got the full story, but essentially I was trying to show off a poster that I had by holding it up to the wall, and then I forgot that things have gravity, or gravity is affecting us all on this wonderful flat earth.
I mean, sometimes you just forget, you know? Sometimes when you jump, you think you're going to stay there.
Yeah. We're really just going to gloss over the flat earth thing. Hey, okay, that's fine.
I mean,
shows more about you than me, to be honest. Kevin's just like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Also, me and Mike accidentally matched today.
Yes.
Pretty cute.
I am Mike, and I am holding on to the nostalgia of 2015, I guess.
I'm Kevin, and this is 2019.
Yeah, yours is definitely less old, washed out. Mine is,
It's about 4 years younger than yours, yeah.
Yeah. Shirts. However, I will say the PAX shirt has held up the most. I don't buy shirts that often, but I definitely don't have that many like 6-year-old shirts.
Guess we should tell podcasters what we were talking about. We're both wearing PAX shirts, but
Yeah. They know.
They knew deep down.
Exactly. But we're here to talk about Pokemon and PAX, I guess. There. You know what? There is PAX news. Hold up. PAX is coming back. PAX West is happening in September.
Oh,
PAX,
not bad.
Yes, September 3rd through 6th, 2021.
I actually had I guess I'll talk about a PAX experience.
Okay.
I had the fortunate outcome of being able to attend PAX literally days before we went into nationwide pandemic. So that was nice, and I came out unscathed. Came out feeling
unscathed
great.
with viruses, or
with like, it's weird too. Like usually when I go to PAX, I kind of accept sickness as a part of the deal.
Yes.
And I was just like, yeah, pandemic's starting up, but it's not like, official. I could make it to PAX. And it was at the point where people at PAX were already starting to wear masks, and I wasn't. There was already like hand sanitizers like everywhere you go. And I didn't get sick.
Isn't
and
that
actually
yeah.
Actually took a pit stop in New York in a very condensed marketplace to get food.
Okay.
And then like 2 days later, New York is the epicenter of the virus. So
2 days later, everyone's at home. Nobody can go out. You can't exit your house unless you're walking your dog. Oops.
Yeah, I guess I got lucky.
Yeah, or we're part of the problem. Who's to say?
Technically, there wasn't a problem.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
It was like March, end of March.
Isn't that something though? How, like, with all of these people wearing masks and all these people being, quasi safe, not as much sickness this past year.
It's almost like they work.
Yeah, right. Kevin, oh no, don't. That would be the end of that mask, or the beginning of a wonderful future. Kevin put on his mask and was about to take a sip of his adult beverage, and that would have
adult apple juice.
Adult apple juice. That's what I call it. Yeah. So go to PAX West.
I was just trying to sanitize it.
Yeah.
What?
We won't be there. We're not going to this PAX. We don't typically go to PAX Wests. The only ones we tend to even try to go to are PAX Easts. We haven't had much of a reason to go to PAX South or PAX West.
We're on the East Coast.
Yeah. However, now that we do Pokésports, and now that we have like not insignificant like growth in Pokésports, would you want to go to like a PAX together, like a West or a South? Not this one. I don't think I want to travel this year, but
yeah, sure. I have a lot of free time now. So
that's true too.
I mean, honestly, I've been looking for grassroots tournaments around the New York, New Jersey area. Chicago just had their grassroots tournament like this last weekend, and it had a pretty good turnout. I think like 20 or 30 people from like the photos that I saw. So that was really cool.
Right.
I'm looking for New York, New Jersey ones just because I'm actually available on Saturdays, and no one does anything Saturdays anymore.
And how has that search been? Well, you just
awful.
Answered that.
They haven't gone anywhere. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there have been a lot of people who talk about wanting to do grassroots.
Yeah. But since it's not, it's not going to be play Pokemon officiated. It's literally just for fun. It's really hard to get people to go out there. Even though I feel like we're at a point right now where people don't even care about CP at this point because CP doesn't matter because Worlds isn't happening until the following year. Yeah.
And CP is carrying over too.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of dumb. It's been 2 years since they've earned it, but whatever.
It's going to be a completely different game.
Yeah, I'm like, really? I understand why they're doing it, just so people feel like they didn't do it for no reason.
I think they're assuming that people aren't going to go. They're assuming that there are some people there who are just not going to go. They're going to introduce the new game and whatever competitive aspect goes along with that. And then you'll have people who drop off. You'll have people who stay on, and that'll be that. And there'll be a lot of people who drop off while also getting their Worlds invite. And those people are just going to be like, well, okay, I guess I'm not playing this game. Or I hope they don't do like a Tokyo 2020 where they're like, this is Worlds for Sword and Shield, and this is Worlds for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
That would be dumb.
I don't think I'd like that.
That would be dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also very sad that people that do well in this Players' Cup get a global invite for a global challenge. And this was the only one I didn't do good in.
Yeah.
Why'd they wait till this one? And a lot of people are upset because they were like, wait, this is the one I decided to skip. And you guys are deciding that now you want to announce that you're going to have like a global challenge for the top contenders of this one? I mean, that is something you would announce before, don't you think? Right? You'd announce that, hey, guess what? If you play in this Players Cup, you'll get to that top contenders thing that we have later this year. Not, oh, hey, those of you that are already here, you have something else to do.
But
Right? That
what
doesn't
is
make
your
any sense.
alternative, though? What is your alternative? If you haven't
Well,
thought of doing that up until now, do you continue to not? Or do you announce it ASAP? Or do you wait until the beginning of Players Cup 5?
is it too much of us to ask Play Pokemon to think, Mike? They got a lot of free time. They could think.
Because like, I appreciate that they're doing something extra for the Players Cup 4 people. Like, there's a lot of drop off now. They're like, we're a long ways into the game. We're considered Pokésports off season right now. So I get the need to add more content to what you're doing and make it more interesting. But right in the middle of a thing, and right when people are deciding that they don't really give that much of a crap about this anymore, like, they have set that up. If they want their players to give a crap, they should probably consider, putting that as part of their advertising for the next tournament. Be like, hey, you know what? Hey, you want to come back and play Pokemon? You want to play Pokemon with us? Hey, that's what we're called. Play Pokemon. Come on. In the next tournament, we're going to do this awesome thing for you guys.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Like, yes, they should have done it from the start, but I can respect that, like, oh, whoops, pandemic, can't really do much of anything. We'll do whatever we can do. And so they did whatever they could do. And this worked. Players Cups were fun. But yeah, I just wish that they wouldn't add in stuff in the middle of the 4th Players Cup. Come on.
Yeah. Or at least wait till the next one. But they probably just don't even want to. I don't know what they want to do, to be honest. At this point, I'm just waiting for live tournaments to come back now that I have time to actually compete in them.
Of course.
It's going to be great.
Isn't that that's nice. That must feel so nice for you. I remember that
for me to be like, hey, I want a day off. Okay.
Take your weekends back, yeah.
That's really nice. Or at least one of the days. Like, if I literally have nothing to do, be like, hey, I guess I'm playing Pokemon this weekend.
There you go. So how has that been for you? This whole new life of yours?
It's good. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned that if I don't have motivation, I don't get it done. And I was very used to a 9-to-5 type of work environment where, like, you have a schedule, you go when your time is, you clock in, you clock out, you go home, you do your job. Now I don't have that. I don't have that kind of discipline, so it's been me battling with my laziness, because I'm a very lazy person. And I've started making schedules for myself.
Really?
So now I have a schedule. You don't see it at all, but
okay.
You get the gist of it. I have a schedule of just like the bare minimum of things I need to get done throughout the day. But it's nice being able to just like work from home for the most part. Like, I only really need to go outside or go to the office whenever I need a contract or signing a contract with the client or seeing houses or conducting open houses. But the rest of the time, I'm kind of at home. But I'm very comfortable at home, which is nice.
Nice. Yeah, I like a lot of other people out there adjusting to the whole work from home thing over the past, couple of months to years. It's been better. It has been better overall. I think Are
you lazy like me?
Yes.
Or are you at least more motivated?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Two lazy people running a podcast. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? No, I mean, it's difficult when you're unmotivated, right? Like, when I have my stuff in front of me and I'm like really in it, then I will be working hard throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, as long as I have like a project to be working on. Creating work for myself has been difficult, and that is how you succeed in working from home, is you create things for yourself to do. Like, if you're just handling tasks, the people who handle the tasks the best are the ones who win. And the people who just kind of like go for the tasks and don't really know what they're doing or trying to figure it out, those are the people who don't succeed as much. So like, there's a lot of self-learning involved if you want to actually succeed in it. There's a lot of, like, it's tough. It's tough. And that's kind of I think anyway, what, to bring it back to Pokemon for a second, on Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast, this is what we're going to be doing a lot on the Pokésports off season, is just going on.
We are segueing. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon segue.
Just get on this train with us. It's a fun ride.
Exactly. With Pokemon, I feel like that is like what brought some people away from it, is not being able to go and hang out with their friends and play this game against each other. Like a lot of people, they only practiced in person, like at card shops or at gaming arcades or anything like that, like gaming stations. I don't know. And not having that, it's just like you're forced to communicate with like people over Discord, which is cool, and like it works, but I feel like there's a whole community of people who are missing that.
And Pokemon's one of those rare games where you can kind of just play it in person, right?
Yeah.
It's such a fun game to play in person, arguably more fun to play in person than online. Like, yeah, there are just some competitive games that are just like PC only. You can't really bring I guess you can bring laptops if you want, but you can't really bring a PC on your back and bring it to a card shop and play Dota live. Like that's what like professional players do. That's not what casual audiences do. But you could just whip out your Switch and game.
Right. I mean, yeah, like people going to internet cafes and playing Dota or League of Legends or CS:GO or anything like that. Like,
do they have those in Canada? Those
they
are like
do.
Non-existent here.
Oh, they do.
Those don't exist.
They plenty of those in York and Jersey.
Probably in the
for
city.
Sure.
Not in Jersey.
Really?
Because I live in the city in Jersey. There's not a single one to be seen.
Wow.
Probably New York, yeah.
Definitely not like a very mainstream thing for people to do. A lot of people just kind of do it out of their own homes. They'll just, buy their own computer and suss it out on League if they can. But it's like, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting transition back. I'm curious to see what the beginning of BDSP looks like, what the beginning of, everybody being allowed out and about, what that looks like. That's going to be cool.
I was actually looking at some Pokemon Unite gameplay and I was interested.
Yeah?
They had like an open beta for the Japanese Switch. You can do it if you were, if you were on a Western account and just like pretended like you had a Japanese Nintendo account and then downloaded it, but I was too lazy to do that, so I didn't get to play it, but I got to watch people play and it looks interesting. I mean, I saw people go on like kill streaks and stuff, so I'm like, okay, I like this. Some Pentas.
I completely forgot that Pokemon Unite was coming on the Switch.
It's coming on Switch first. Yeah, mobile is in August, and it's going to be on the Switch in July.
See, because I played it for mobile when Canada was allowed to, but I had not considered that it's going to be on the Switch. I completely wrote it off. I'm not.
Oh, you thought this was mobile only?
Yeah.
Oh. No, it's Switch, and I feel like it'd be more fun to play with a controller than anything, right?
Probably, and that's the thing. Like, I kind of wrote off Pokemon Unite after playing it on mobile. Like, it's fun. It feels like baby's first MOBA, but then I also played League of Legends Wild Rift, and that is also baby's first MOBA. And so I just kind of figure that, you know what, MOBA isn't kind of the thing for mobile. Definitely not for mobile players.
I'm not much of a mobile gamer. I know a lot of people like mobile games, but I got big fingers, little phone. I can't really like it doesn't work with me.
Right.
My fingers just like obstruct everything, and then my phone battery dies, and then I have no phone for the rest of the day. It doesn't work out.
Well,
and then like
yeah,
when you're in real estate, you got people calling you every 5 minutes. Like I have literally notifications just from when we started this podcast, and it gets really annoying when those pop up when you're gaming too. So
right.
Mobile games, meh. I like Switch. Switch is mobile-ish.
Switch is mobile-ish, but like it has. I was about to say it's got more battery life. It doesn't. It's like playing on the phone. You get more gameplay out of the phone than you do on the Switch, but the Switch is so much bigger. It's such a better experience. Kevin has two, for God's sake.
You could also touch it, right? Like these are touchscreen. I never touch them, but
Yeah.
Besides what I'm doing right now. But yeah, they're touchscreen too. So even if you wanted to pretend like they were mobile, you can do so.
I remember playing Arena of Valor on the Switch, and that one I believe was touchscreen only. And that one,
Oh, was it? I didn't use touchscreen.
oh,
I
did you
used the
not?
thumbsticks.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were able to. Okay, good.
I was
Because I know they had
thumbsticking.
touchscreen controls, but that made the screen, that made your finger get like super super hot. Like you burn off your fingerprints, kind of hot.
Oh no.
Yeah, wasn't good.
But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think it'll be a thing that I'll play for like a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll take over my entire existence for a couple of days. I think it'll just be like it depends. What I think it depends on is like MOBAs have two things to them. When you're
Yeah.
starting off, it's a ranking system. Like not ranking system, like rank up system, like unlockables, unlocking characters, leveling up, things like that. If they have a very good leveling up system, then I'm gonna get hooked. That's just the way my brain works. I get pretty colors really interest me. And then once you get to the end game, if they have a good ranked system, which I don't know if they're gonna have. I mean, Snap has one, so maybe Unite is gonna have one. Um, I definitely expect them to have a good level up system though.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be like, oh, you got this new diamond. When you got 40 of these, you can get this Talonflame skin. Some dumb stuff like that. Oh, you want to get 40 diamonds? Pay $69.99.
I love that. Love that stuff. Can't get enough of it. Lupus Rex says an interesting thing there. You should be able to disable notifications when gaming. I agree, but with a extreme caveat there. I think that mobile gaming is only good with mobile games that you can drop at any time and be completely fine. And that's why I'm kind of iffy on MOBAs, because I'm like, I would like to just be able to play my game, but then if somebody is trying to contact me, that's not taken up by the same device.
Yeah.
You know, like, or imagine like you're gaming, but you have this setting where it automatically like stops your call and stops the call and is like, hey, Mike is gaming right now and can't take your call. He'll get back to you when he's done this game. Meanwhile, my boss is like, it's work hours. What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, that's not something you really want to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much people call you. People call me a lot, and if I don't answer
Humble
calls, then I
brag.
lose a contract. I mean, no, it's just like my line of work, right?
I get it. Yeah.
It's kind of like the where and the when. Yeah, but Lupus will definitely let Steve Jobs know, and we'll get back to you on that one. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, nobody calls me for my job. I'm alone.
That's good. That's honestly a blessing. My phone number is ruined now because I have to make it public.
Nah, people call me on Slack and stuff. You used to call me on my Slack. So I think, you know what, let's take a wee little break. And when we come back, we're going to talk some Pokemon stuff. But first, it is episode 83. That means it's Farfetch'd Day.
Oh, we're supposed to guess.
Nah, it's Farfetch'd Day.
I wouldn't have never guessed Farfetch'd.
I know you wouldn't have.
Scyther. Next one's Scyther.
Do you think so? Do you think it's Scyther?
It's either Scyther or Chansey. They always have a... Oh, I'm just sniffing the leak right now. Why do you get the good one? This isn't fair.
Do you want the other one? You can have the other one.
No, it's okay. It's fine. This one looks like me anyway.
I'll give you the other one. It's okay. I clicked the wrong button.
It's one of those single Evos, right? It's gonna be like...
Well,
now we're in the line of single Evos. It's gonna be like a Chansey or something, or Kangaskhan. I'm going with Kangaskhan.
Do you want to know so that next week I can just say what it is?
I'm gonna forget it next week anyway.
I know,
so I'd
that's
love
fair.
To know.
Yeah. So you're wrong in that it's not a single Evo. It's another bird.
Skarmory? That's not Gen 1.
Whoa.
Another bird. Hold on. Now, you gotta. Oh yeah. Why don't we just hint each other all the time? That's great.
Yeah.
Another bird.
Mm-hmm.
Generation 1 bird.
Yep. Generation 1
isn't
bird.
Pidgeot. That
No.
isn't Fearow.
Uh-uh.
So that's too far down.
Nope.
What else? Floats.
Yeah, right. What? Well, okay. I know why you're having a tough time with this.
What color is it?
It's
probably
brown.
not a competitive Pokemon at all. Of
It's
course it's
not.
brown. That doesn't help me. Most
Yeah.
birds are brown.
It doesn't have wings though. It doesn't have wings. Think of a bird
That's
that
not
doesn't
a
have wings.
bird.
Yes, well, it is.
It's got flippers?
It's got flippers.
What?
It doesn't have
Penguin?
flippers. I don't know. Does it have
Penguinomon.
flippers? Hold on. I need to actually look this up.
A bird. Is it normal type? They all were, right?
It's normal.
It's definitely
flying,
flying type.
yeah. It doesn't have flippers. It's got sticks for feet.
Sticks for feet.
Yeah.
Oh. Ostrich. Doduo.
Hey, good job. You did
I
it.
did. Oh my god. How many people said it before me? Let me check.
Oh, you got 3.
Oh, nearly everyone. Okay.
The Rev Heads even capitalized the second D as well, which is a spelling that I've never seen before. It's a Doduo. It's
Dow.
2. Do-2. Meanwhile,
Dose.
there's Do-tree. That's the one that I like. Do-3? We'll be right back.
Yeah. On our
All right.
break, I'm going to check what Doduo stats are. Or Dodrio stats are.
Dodrio? Like Dodrio SS is going to bring me to... Okay.
Bad. Not bad.
Wow. Glass
Ability
Cannon
sucks.
Bird.
Ability is absolute garbo. They're all just bad.
Do-3.
Tangled Feet's probably the only good one.
Doduo used fly somehow. I like that comic too.
Oh, they have no good moves though. They're all normal type moves.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. On the is that just not a Pokemon in Sword and Shield?
It is not, no.
Okay, that's why it doesn't have a moveset. All right, cool. Yeah, what do people use on this in Sun and Moon?
I guess Sword Stance, Jump Kick.
Yeah, jump kick.
They don't
Just
have high jump kick.
regular old jump kick.
Just regular old jump kick.
It probably has high jump kick. It probably would have high jump kick.
Let me check Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Yeah, I'm checking Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
It probably would have high jump kick in Sword and Shield if it were ported in.
It
Because
does
that's
not
like
have high jump kick. Yeah.
You know what it would have? Close combat.
Yes. Doesn't matter if it has hands or not. It has heads.
Exactly. I moved this over.
It's heads
so
or
much.
fists.
I need to move me back.
It gets Thrash, Swords Dance, Jump Kick, Drill Peck. I guess that's a set. Oh, also gets Brave Bird as an egg move, so you can make that happen.
Okay. It is
attack.
a brave bird.
Knockoff, Stomping Tantrum.
Wow. So isn't that
Kinda
silly? Think about that. The fact that Dodrio has not been in Sword and Shield means that if it comes into Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, then it might not get close combat because it was never programmed to get that from the close combat editions.
So sad.
Because it's being taken over by another
gone.
company now. Is like, do all of these Pokemon have their...
system.
Do all the Dexited Pokemon have their movesets? That's my question. Have their movesets that they would have had if they were ported over?
I don't think so, because then they would be on data mine websites like this. Right?
That's
Like
true.
Pokemon TV would have it.
But is that on a database somewhere in the Pokemon company's like folder that they're going to pass over to? I forget the name of the developer again.
Well, if they ever decide to do something with this game, right? They got to do something with this game. We're in need of another DLC,
Ilka.
or at the minimum, just open us up. You know?
Well, we're in...
Ilka.
Yeah.
Well, their Game Freak has taken over the battle system, so I'm assuming Ilka's only responsible for making the game,
Mhm.
and then Game Freak is just gonna make the battle system, which includes moves and stuff.
Remind me,
And
have they talked about the next Nintendo Direct?
No,
No.
there's been no Pokemon Direct announced. Just whatever leakers were saying that it would come at the end of this month, but it doesn't smell like it is.
Wow.
But typically, Pokemon Directs happen on Wednesdays, and then they announce them Tuesdays. So who knows? End of the month ends Wednesday. There very well could be a June 30th Pokemon Direct.
Nintendo can retroactively win E3 if they just...
Yeah, If they just pushed it back 2 weeks, yeah.
No, I mean if they release or if they give Pokemon news, they can win E3 from 3 weeks ago. It's fine.
I don't know why they don't like to do it. They just don't. I think when Sword and Shield came out, they showed stuff of it at E3, but then they announced stuff later. Right? It was like later on in the month they like officially announced it in a Pokemon Direct or something.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had a Pokemon Direct too.
It's been. The Revhead says, why has Dodrio... there we go. Perfect. Thank you for capitalizing the second D again. Why has Dodrio never had extreme speed? They say it moves faster than cars, but can't learn extreme speed. You'd think a Pokemon that runs fast would have extreme speed. That's the...
There's a lot of questions about Pokemon.
Said.
There's a lot of questions. It should get E-Speed. That would help it. I mean, but I feel like you need a whole stat rework to fix that Pokemon. Yeah. You know?
Nintendo did win E3. It's absolutely true.
Metroid,
win E3 again.
Maybe I just wasn't alive for Metroid. Original Metroid stuff. What year was that?
Maybe you weren't? Original Metroid release date?
You guys got to realize, my parents came to this country as immigrants. They weren't very rich. I didn't have a Nintendo 64 until like 2000.
Super Metroid was 1994.
I was born in 95, so.
Metroid was 1986, but...
Definitely wasn't alive.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Mike wasn't alive.
I wasn't there. I didn't play Metroid games until like way later. I can't even remember when I first started playing Metroid games. I think Game Boy Advance was my first Metroid game.
I think my first experience with Metroid was the demo that you got with the original DS. The Metroid Prime demo that I would literally... that was my only game for almost 2 months before my parents could afford another game. And I would just replay the demo over and over and over. It was so sad.
I think it was Metroid Fusion. That was my first. That was my first Metroid game. Yeah. Metroid Fusion, Metroid Prime I never played, but I've seen enough gameplay to be able to say that I have. But that is the only Metroid game that I've actually played. Isn't that something? I'm looking at the list of Metroid games.
People are gonna get mad if I make this comparison. Aren't Metroid and Mega Man kind of similar in their playstyles?
I hate you for saying that, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. So I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like the Buster Gun kind of run across a 2D map.
You're a little armored person shooting lemons. You collect power-ups that change you.
I know I've upset some people.
Yeah. You're... there are differences. Yes, anybody can make differences. But I think if you boil it down to like... You remember those... like those old memes where it's like the exploding brain and then the less exploding brain and it went the other way, but it went like the simple brain and the stonks guy.
The stonks
guy is just the line armored person shooting lemons. That is Metroid and Mega Man.
We're having some quality conversations for a break. To be
the ultimate for each. All right.
It is off season. You can keep this in.
Okay. That's good, because then we don't have to cut all this out. I would hate to lose all that. So welcome back, I guess.
Yeah. I guess we never really left. Hey, guys.
I guess we never really left. Okay. Well, then in that case, let me do a quick pivot over to the Patreon real quick. Patreon.com/Pokésports Podcast, where we just finished up, as of yesterday, I believe, our June Leeg, which is awesome. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody, for finishing that before the end of the month. We did it. We did it, everybody. But most importantly,
I contributed.
You lost in the first round.
You gotta lose early to finish early.
You're not wrong. So Purple. Let's talk Purple. Purple is a member of the Discord, a member of the Patreon. Fantastic member of the
Pokésports colors right there.
Pokésports, exactly. Whoa. I never even thought of that.
You forgot what color we were?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think, how do we decide on this? It's like, we want it to be
Master Ball.
red side, blue side, and we're like, what's the middle of red? Oh no, it was Master Ball.
Master Ball.
We decided on purple, and then we're like, what colors make purple? Is red and blue, so Mike is red and I'm blue.
And
That's cute, right?
That's the simplest look behind the curtain that anybody will ever get from us. It was not that well thought out. Anyway, purple is a person. Purple won through that entire league completely undefeated, and I believe that's like 5 different best of 3s that they had to do.
Oh, he didn't even give a set to anybody?
Not a single game.
Wow.
Not a single game.
See, purple, I did the opposite.
4 games.
I lost immediately.
Yeah.
I didn't win a single game.
Congratulations, Kevin. You are the anti-purple. I'm proud of you.
What's anti-purple? I am orange.
What's the opposite of purple? All right. Let's talk his team real quick. So purple came with 6 Pokemon as usual. Spectre, Rillaboom, Colossal, Urshifu R, Celesteela, and Grimmsnarl. Now,
Bro, that's gross.
Right? And this is what sparked my idea for today's topic, is how do you innovate in a solved meta? Now, what is a solved meta? That is a type of... people have figured out this gameplay, right? You look at Series 8, 7, 6, you had Incineroars being used with like 50 some odd percent, but their move sets, even within that, were different. Now you have Incineroar at 33%, so 1 of every 3 teams is bringing Incineroar, but all of their moves are basically the same. 98% of them use 98.9% of them use Fake Out. 98.3% of them use Flare Blitz, and 90% use Parting Shot. So even Incineroar, the Pokemon with all of the variety, has essentially been figured out. People are like, this is the one that's actually gonna work. Now, mind you, this isn't the one that Purple brought. Purple didn't bring an Incin. But he's mostly figured out this game.
I mean, of course. I mean, it looks like his team's scary. Colossal's there. Urshifu R is there. Urshifu R has been seeing so much play for absolutely no reason. And the many months ago where I said that Urshifu R was the worst one, I guess I gotta take it back. I didn't want to take it back because I was right for so long, but I guess I'm not right anymore because Urshifu R is terrifying. Grimmsnarl is also a scary, dumb Pokemon. I hate that thing.
Yeah.
And the new kid on the block has been Celesteela for a lot of competitive players. Steel Flying's too good.
Skarmory's
so good. So when you make a Skarmory that does damage and can Dynamax and be unkillable, and you can just give a weakness policy, and then you have to hit it with a bunch of non-super effective moves, because if you hit it with a super effective move, then you're just kind of screwed.
Mm-hmm.
You'll encounter a little bit of a problem. I mean, granted, also Meteor Beam Power Herb is just a dumb combination that only existed this generation because Meteor Beam only existed in this generation. Why did they make that move?
Yeah. Why is Meteor Beam here?
I mean, why give Celesteela a counter to like the only type that threatens it in Fire type, right? It's like, yikes. Oh well.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at this Colossal as well, and as much as I don't want to give him credit on our podcast, that's Wolf right there. Wolf, he figured out the Colossal early, and he won a lot because of it. And it just turns out it's because Colossal is a just insane Pokemon. It's a crazy Pokemon. I don't think that he was the one that made it crazy, mind you, but I think that he discovered that it was just bonkers. Such a bonkers Pokemon.
I'm having a weird experience that I never had before. I'm speaking to my old roommate Tyler from college. I lived with this man for 4 years. He is getting into competitive Pokemon, he's played
Now?
Pokemon as a kid. Yeah, now.
Okay.
He's played Pokemon as a kid, and he was the kind of kid to use Blizzard, Thunder, Hydro Pump on his Gyarados. Just
Hmm.
like whatever special Gyarados moveset you could stick on. So he's like asking me a lot of questions about Pokemon, right? And I guess this is interesting to me because we make Pokésports videos for also a teaching experience, right? We
Yeah.
want to teach people how to play the game better, but typically the people that look up the game are people that already know how to play a little bit. So it's like he's asking me questions like, "Yo, why is Colossal even good?" And like I had to sit there and think about it, and I could just give such a long list about why it's good. It's just so scary.
Yeah.
Recently today I got like he said, "Can you explain to me why Dragapult is good?" I was like, "It's just it could do everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could Dynamax a weakness policy and sweep, and go full support with Willow and dual screens. It's so stupid fast. Like it has no resistances. It has so many resistances, and you also can't fake it out. It does everything good.
It
So it's
does
like,
whatever you want it to do, and it does it first.
yeah. And that's why like I never had to sit there and think about like why is Dragapult good. I just kind of always accepted it.
Hmm.
And the same thing with Colossal. Like why is Colossal good? Always goes first. Does too much damage. Is very good typing. And Dynamax is broken. Dynamax is enabling a lot of Pokemon, I think, too. Like, once they remove Dynamax, a lot of the Pokemon that we see now are just going to be utter garbage.
Yeah. I would say that even Dragapult, to an extent, like there are some very subtle nuances that Dynamax brings that will kind of bring Dragapult out of this if they remove it.
Mm.
I mean, not to mention the colossal on the side surf Dragapult kind of thing, but like
Gross.
it's absolutely gross. But I don't know. Like I think that the removal of Dynamax is going to make Dragapult less used.
That would
Hopefully.
be a serious idea that we haven't spoken of.
What if Dynamax wasn't there?
I don't think you and I mean, we've talked about if it happens, but I think last week or a couple weeks ago when we asked what we thought Series 10 was going to be, neither of us said Dynamax deleted. That
Oh,
would
you
be,
think in
honestly,
Sword and Shield?
I mean, they're doing that for the singles competition. There's a singles competition going on right now, if not already happened,
Mm-hmm.
that is literally Sword and Shield with no Dynamax. Um, I mean, if they do that for doubles, I'd be down. I'd be so interested to see what Pokemon just kick the bucket. Because like you're still gonna expect to see like the Regielekis, the Rillabooms, the Landuruses. Like those are just Pokemon that don't need Dynamax to be good. Like the Incineroar will still stick around, the Urshifus, the Finnies, but you're not gonna see Glacier that much. You're not gonna
Mm.
see Celestial that much. You're not gonna see Moltres that much because these are all Pokemon that kind of rely on Dynamax to be good,
So
right?
there's that, yes, and like Metagross, yeah, not going to be in the game. But I think what's interesting to me is not just so much the Pokemon that rely on Dynamax, but the Pokemon who are brought because of Dynamax, right?
Mhm.
Like, so many people bring Urshifus not because they Dynamax them. They don't Dynamax them. In fact, they keep them as little boys, but they use their always crit abilities because there are Pokemon out there that will max Steel Spike and up their own defense, and then you can just like kind of break through that. I
Mhm.
think without that need, it kind of is a point in Urshifu's detriment that they're just not going to bring them anymore, and that would be something that brings up those other just naturally good Pokemon. Garchomp, welcome back. I think Garchomp
Oh
is
yeah.
broken from Dynamax. Like Dynamax broke Garchomp. You can't bring a Garchomp anymore because Dynamax exists. If Dynamax wasn't there, Garchomp would reign.
Everything gets max Wormwind now. Before special dragon types, all they can do is like, try to shoot a Draco, and then you shoot one Draco, you hit it. Congratulations, you're -2. You're forced to switch, right? Um,
Ice moves
the
weren't great.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, what you have, Ice Beam and maybe the Blizzard, but
but Hail, Hyper Beam, K. That's pretty good.
Like Garchomp was so tanky, like an Ice Shard wouldn't even take it out sometimes. Like
Yep.
you'd have to really try hard to knock out a Garchomp.
Yep. I mean,
Garchomp's annoying, yeah.
Tyranitar will be used a lot more. Hatterene would be used a lot more. Kingdra will be used a lot more. All of these Pokemon that are currently sitting at like less than 2% are kind of sitting there for absolutely no reason. All of the Galarian legendary birds, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, like they would be used in a different way. Moltres would be less used for its Dynamax, but you'd see Zapdos and Articuno definitely like up there along with them.
I think Zapdos would go up in usage because Incineroar would be up in usage and Zapdos is Defiant. Moltres would go down. It's really easy. I don't know if you guys have like ever done this. I'm sure you have at one point in your life. It's so easy to KO a Moltres if it's not Dynamax. I feel like Moltres. A lot of people when they saw Moltres and they saw its stats and they saw its typing, they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be the worst bird." I think Dynamax kind of enabled it though. It really did. To make it that much tankier and to give it that much stat boost with Weakness Policy plus Berserk is what really enabled it.
Yeah.
And then Comfy next to it enabled it as well, obviously.
Right.
Like that Pokemon existing is a big reason for why Moltres is Moltres. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's kind of, it would be such a different meta. But at the same time, there will still be your set core of 5, right? You're still going to have your Instants, Rilla, your Finnies. That'll be your Grass, Water, Fire core, and you guys won't get more creative than that, huh?
There you go. Cloverbell says, we just had the big No Dynamax tournament from Necra. The winner had Galarian Zapdos. Well, there you go.
There it is.
Anything weak to Max Airstream, they say, viable in the No Max format.
Yeah, Airstream's so broken. It's true. It's a very good point.
I'm seeing it right now. That specific tournament had Galarian, Zapdos, Nihilego, Rillaboom, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, and Porygon 2. All of those Pokemon, in my mind, are Pokemon that do not require Dynamax to be good. The closest one, probably Rillaboom, but Rillaboom, it suffices perfectly without Dynamax.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have to Dynamax Rillaboom.
Just the fact that it gets fake out.
If I Dynamax it, it's because I have no better choice. Right. The one set. If I were going to play in a Dynamax, a no Dynamax format, I think the one thing I would go back to trying would be a beat up Terrakion thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that can do very well.
Right.
Or maybe in like a Swagger Lumberry thing with maybe not Thundurus, because Thundurus is just better as a Defiant now, but just go like back to very old Gen 5 Pokemon.
Right.
Terrakion just sweeps the game.
And I mean, on that note, big congrats to Albert B. Midnight on Twitter for being the winner of the non-Dynamax tournament in what Necra calls the Eevee series. That's a nice name. I like that name. It's a good name.
Has anyone Dynamaxed an Eevee before? Or do people just forget about that one? Eevee gets a Gigantamax, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone forgot about that one,
Wait a minute. So does that mean that... Oops. Oops. Wow. That's funny. That is very funny.
Speaking of tournaments, Players Cup, did it finish yet? We should know this.
I should know this.
We should know this. Hold on. We're going to find this out because this is somewhat kind of the thing that we do.
Yeah, that was last week. That was 2 weeks ago, dude.
We got a winner?
No. We got top 16.
Was that it?
Yep.
Oh, wait, is there no rest of it?
Don't know. I don't know. We've got to figure this out for next week, huh?
In just one day, Players Cup 4 regional qualifiers will commence. Competition will be fierce as only 16 players from each region will continue on to the regional finals. This was posted on June 18th. Regional finals. Okay, new information on the upcoming Play Pokemon 2022 Championship Series has been made. This is Pokésports stuff. Let's see.
This is how we prepare for podcasts. Usually, yes.
It looks like planning is underway for the 2022 Championship Series season. Joins blah, blah, blah. Safety concerns. This update provides information. Just tell me what it is, man. World Championships will take place in London, August 2022. Mike, will we go? Probably. We have enough time. I'd go. I've never been to England.
I don't know if I'll make it, but I'll go.
Sure.
Yeah.
The age division for players in 2022 season will increase by 1 year from the 2020 season. Junior division is born 2010 or later. Seniors born 06 to 09, and Masters born 05 or earlier.
You're talking worlds right now, right?
This is the only information they're giving me. I'm just reading things on.
Yeah, finals. Okay. Finals for Players Cup 4 is in July. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we're talking about teams.
Yes.
I'm over here talking about next year.
You're talking about Worlds. You're talking about Worlds 2022. I don't know what you're doing.
This is such a long article. All they had to tell us was that it's happening.
I'm a big fan of articles and services that give you like a TLDR at the beginning. Just like, you don't want to read this. Just here. This is the 1 or 2 liner of what you're about to read. Be on your way. We got your click. Let's go.
I feel like in the world we live, it's just like, stop wasting my time.
There's no time. There's no time. We're not reading the newspaper anymore. Unless you are. I don't know about you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I look at manga now. I wouldn't consider that reading. I'm offending people by saying that, but it's not reading.
Kevin's on the offense tour today.
Oh yeah, I'm offending. If I haven't offended you by the end of this podcast, I haven't done my job right.
Oh no.
I got Boruto.
Kevin lives in the dark world. Congratulations, you're reading Bolt.
Volume 2. See, like there's not even a word on these 2 pages.
Put that away. Get that out of here. So the Incineroar thing is the thing. That was where that tangent started. So let me just finish the thought that I was having here, dealing with the solved meta. These games are decided much quicker. Games in Pokemon now, they don't take nearly as long. There's a lot of people who have kind of figured out when they've lost. They know their win conditions. They know their loss conditions. They know just kind of what's happening. So these games are being decided very quickly. Kevin, go on about your Boruto stuff, whatever.
If you guys aren't watching, it's pretty good right now. You should watch it. If you're like me and you started watching Boruto and then you were just like, this is kind of boring. It's kind of a lot of filler. They actually started doing manga stuff now. It's incredible. It took them 200 episodes, but we're here. My recommendation is I would watch the movie. And you probably skipped episode 188 at that point. And then you're pretty much caught up.
That's it. And that's Kevin's recommendation for the week. My recommendation, go watch To Your Eternity. It's a beautiful show. I guess.
Should I watch that before or after Incredibles? You're so mad at me. I feel your anger.
It just hit me that you weren't talking about the Disney Pixar movie. And that you were again talking about Invincible, a beautiful show on Amazon Prime.
Oh, what did you buy on Prime Day? Did you buy anything?
I didn't get that in Canada.
Oh my god, I'm so privileged.
It wasn't Prime Day here, dude. Nope.
Well, what I bought, I finally got myself an Amazon Echo. I got myself some drapes. I got myself some throw pillows for the couch. Turns out there was no pillows inside of them, so I also had to buy pillows later down the line. I got a first aid kit. I got some LED lights for my desk.
It's nice.
What else did I get? Coat hangers.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very good deal. It was $15 for 50 of them, and they have the Velcro, not the Velcro, but the fuzzy, so it doesn't slip down.
And all this cost $15? Wow.
No, just the 50 coat hangers.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I got other things that I can't remember. I got an air fryer. Gotta stay healthy, folks.
Ooh.
Panini press.
Whoa.
Needed that one. I wanted to get a margarita mixer, but those are expensive.
Kevin.
Those are like $200 a pop. I didn't want that.
You went hard on this Prime Day. What?
I got it paycheck, Mikey.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna end this podcast before you go absolutely off the deep end. I want to give a big thanks to our amazing patrons out there, again from patreon.com/Pokésports Podcast. Some really cool people out there who decide to provide us with their support month over month, even during these trying times, and we want to really highlight that you guys are amazing. People like, oh, there it is. There. Okay. We're talking like people like Matthew H. and Corey. We gotta bring that way down. There you go. Talking about people like Matthew H. and Corey and Carlo H., Jack S., Scott D., Joseph G., King Boo, King B., Martine, Ahmed A., Colton W., Ro Ixon. It's just a full name there. There you go. Alex Scott Sauce, Arctivish Dylan, Greg T., Louis J. I never know if I'm saying that right. Is it Louis? I don't know. Make It Totter, PA. That's our mod. Ryan Garcia, and of course Soen. I want to thank you guys so much for your patronage. I also want to thank everybody who's followed us on Twitter at twitter.com/Pokésportspod, or just follow us on Twitter at Pokésportspod. You can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/Pokésports, where we're going to be streaming Hades this week. This week, I really want to try and get my times down on Hades. That's my competitiveness that I'm working on this week.
So
Kevin,
proud of you, Mike.
Thank you. What are you up to this week, Kevin?
Well, right now I'm on Uber Eats trying to order some ramen, but there's no ramen places open.
You got a shout out or something? Like no,
selling.
you don't. Obviously, you don't.
I mean, I'm still selling houses. You know
Yeah.
me. You guys live in the New Jersey area, call me. You could actually just DM me my number on Discord, or ask for my number if you actually have an inquiry or know someone that has an inquiry. Don't got money to buy a house? Can help you rent one too. That's it. I can't find any ramen though.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You guys know any ramen places open at 10 p.m.?
Join us at 9 p.m. every week, every other week, I should say, to follow this live. Follow this train wreck live as it happens, and we will see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of Pokésports Podcast. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.
Later.
Real quick before we go, Brandon Ayers. I'm going to turn this down a little bit, actually. We're going to have one more quick topic, and I ended the podcast because this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But Brandon Ayers says, "I just dislike how they bury all the original characters." What do you have to say about that, Kevin?
What do you mean by original characters?
Boruto. They basically take Naruto out, they take Sakura out, Sasuke, all of the original teams.
I mean,
they like cameo here and there.
I get it. I really do get it that we enjoy Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura for what they're worth, and I guess the cop out is it's not their story, and the story shouldn't revolve around them. It's nice that they're still in it. It's nice they haven't killed them off. I mean, it would have been worse if they killed them off and we never saw them again, right?
They do kind of like undersell all the things that they built up about them, and they kind of like only are the thing that you remember about them from the original series. You know what I mean?
I think Mike said this before, like, these kids were 16 with god powers. Like, you think they do something more. Like, we don't want to like spoil too much, but they're just some fights where they lose. And this is like one of the first times we get to experience them losing since, like, you know, before Shippuden. Yeah. And it's nice that they're not undefeatable, right? It's nice that they have people that are better than them, but at the same time, they're not using all their techniques that they've shown us before, so it's kind of sketch, right? It's like...
Yeah. It's like, oh, have they forgotten? Did they forget how to do that?
Yeah, it's like, how do you go a whole fight without even trying one Amaterasu, right? Like,
Yeah. All right, that's it. Anyway, I just wanted to toss that last little bit in there, because I agree with you, Brandon. I think that it's a little strange at times. It feels weird how it's like these old original character colored characters in the new version. But
Yeah, I agree, but yeah, it's not their story.
it's not their story. Yeah.
So I think once it gets to a point where Boruto can actually do things that are impressive by himself, we will not care as much.
Give me the time
But
skip. I'm ready for the time skip.
yeah, on a